Afternoon, MGI team. My name is Sean Morris. I'm with Group 4. Thank you for having us. We're really excited for this business opportunity. And if you guys are ready, let's get started. So, first on the agenda, we will introduce the entire team, our experience, brief overview of our firm. We'll talk about the purpose of our meeting in this presentation. We'll give our strategic recommendations tailored specifically for you guys, the benefits of these recommendations, and then we'll leave you guys with some final tips and takeaways. Then, after all that, we'll open the floor for some questions. So, for team introduction, we have Carl Navarre, Corey Edwards, and Banish Khan. These three individuals have extensive experience in communication strategy. They have handpicked some recommendations to present to you guys that are tailored specifically for your situation, and we think that these recommendations are really going to help out. Albert Zhang, Emmanuel Obaseki, and myself, Sean Morris, we have also been at the firm for a very long time, and we will also be working right by your side to help you guys out solve these problems. And I'll be handing it over to Albert.
Hello everyone, and then this slides and talk about the purpose about this presentation. Essentially, we want to discuss the issues, which is a communication barrier with the MGI team. We understand MGI team really want to participate in this contest successfully, and then we are here to help you guys. And then we want to recommend some appropriate communication strategy to create some success ingredients. And then eventually we want to demonstrate the return for your investment. We hope you can select our team to implement the solution, and we believe we have the right solution for you. The next slide, please. The problem statement over here is the MGI team is really lacking a structured communication system, and this often leads to confusion, misalignment, and stalled progress because it's never been really aligned and arranged, and we believe the roles and responsibility are not very clear. There's no clear decision rights as well, and it's causing the conflict between the stakeholders. And then communication styles and cultural differences and really create a loss of a barrier and the misunderstandings and erode the trust. The meetings are not really well organized and they're not very productive. Sometimes we're just keep engaged into the repeated discussions and then there's no forward movement. And with the business plan deadline that's approaching, and then I believe an MGI team now is meeting a problem and is not able to collaborate effectively enough to produce a submission eventually. And that's the reason we're here. We're trying to help. Now I'm turning to the next person.
Thank you, Albert. My name is Carl Navarre. I'm going to be walking through the recommendation number 1, which is establishing a ratio chart. The ratio chart identifies what team members play what role through a acronym RACI. The R stands for responsible, the A stands for accountable, the C stands for consulted, and I stands for informed. This is a very diverse team that we're working on, or a very diverse project we're working on. So we're happy to help out. The very first step to establishing any kind of next step forward is putting it on paper and identifying what roles these stakeholders are going to play. So this is kind of like applying a project management principles to the project. It's really to get a process flow on who's going to bring those action items to the table on a weekly basis and how do we move forward. So don't want to get into too much details, but I did want to save time to allow our next expert, Corey Edwards, to speak. So Corey, if you'd like to take recommendation number 2.
Thank you, Carl. So for recommendation 2, it's very simple, but it's very effective. We want to make sure that the team is establishing a strong communication plan, and we want to make sure that you guys are aligned and able to resolve issues early. So we've included the sample communication plan, which you can see below, and it's tailored to the team's needs. And I will pass it to Binish.
Thank you, Corey. So I'm going to go over the third recommendation And the way I'm going to help you understand this one is if you can think of an orchestra, you can have the best musicians in the world, the most talented people, and the most beautiful instruments. But if you don't have a conductor, a music sheet, no cues, and everyone just plays whatever they want, then even great musicians will sound terrible together. So as you can see, the talent, the passion, or coordination is not the problem. Sorry, the talent and the passion is not the problem. Coordination is the problem. And teams work exactly the same way. So we are here to help you improve that coordination, to help you come up with strategies and a plan where you can work together as a team. Um, So as you can see on your screen, we have 4 strategies or 4 recommendations to help you work better as a team. So we want to firstly come up with some ground rules, nothing complicated, something very simple to help you communicate bit better, have clear expectations of each other. So in when you have conflicts, how do you resolve that conflict? And how do you make decisions? You know, a simple framework to help you make decisions. And also, we want to help you picture 2 outcomes. You know, what does success looks like, and if we don't align together, what does failure look like? And that will really help pull the team together in one direction. And the last one there, that just we want to make sure that when we're making decisions and when we're discussing as a team, we're basing our conversation on facts and not just opinion. And we are keeping, we're keeping emotions under control when we're having these conversations so we can get to the point of what is really important and make better decisions. And we are here to help you plan all of this with you. So I'm going to pass you now to Sean again.
Sean, you are on mute.
Thank you. Sorry about that. So here's a quick touch point on the project cost. As you can see, this is what an invoice would look like, and we'll get into more details about that later. But basically, a workshop cost would be about 3,000, consulting fee would be about 3,000, and travel would be about 2,000. Once you add in the contingency cost, the total project cost would be about $10,000, and we'll explain what that means to you if you would like to explain that, Albert.
This slide talk about the financial analysis we have. This is NPV calculation. Essentially, it shows that with the $10,000 investment, and then your firm should be able to generate $2,000 every year in return. And then with the discount rate about 8%, and then our NPV over here is shown as nearly $4,000. And then this strong NPV value just to support the decision to make this investment and let our team to help you guys. I'm going to pass on to the next one.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Basecki, and I'm here to go over the alternatives evaluation. So with these 3 choices you have, you can do nothing, which will result in a failed communication channel. If you invest with other vendors, there's a possibility that the product will be questionable, have questionable quality, and the cost will not be optimized. But if you choose to work with us, your costs will be minimum, you will have the highest quality for your product and the shortest schedule. Next slide. And with this, and just to summarize things, MGI's core challenge is communication, not capability. Our solution provides clear communication management plan that is customized for your business's needs. Our solution creates team collaboration, which can improve through style flexing, active listening, and a transparent conflict resolution. Our ACI provides clarification, it aligns responsibilities, it reduces confusion, and it enables faster decision making. Our financial assessment supports the investment that we're bringing to you today, and hiring our consulting team will minimize risk, it will prevent further delays, and it will position MGI for future success. Thank you for your time.
And now we'll open up the floor for questions.
Oh,